Hello, and welcome to our kitchen.
Welcome to the kitchen.
Today, I'm going to be tackling a goal that I set for myself when it comes to cooking and trying new things in the kitchen, and that is to poach an egg. During prep, I found that I really enjoy cooking and the cooking process. I found this through watching Gordon Ramsay and really honestly binge watching all of the MasterChef seasons, including MasterChef Junior. It was my prep show of choice. And during that time, I just really found that I was very intrigued to learn more about the cooking process and how to pair certain things and different cooking techniques. So I decided that I would be setting goals for myself to try and conquer different things. And the first goal that I had set for myself was to poach an egg. And so today is attempt number 1 of poaching an egg. So we have our water boiling right now, and while that's getting to a boil, I'm going to prep the rest of my meal, and once it's boiled and ready to go, we will drop that egg in there and see if I can successfully poach an egg on my first attempt. I am going off of memory today and what I learned through MasterChef and watching the contestants poach eggs, watching Gordon Ramsay poach an egg, and we're gonna see if from memory I can do it successfully myself. So let's do it. First thing we have to do, crack open the egg. The water is boiling. I want it to get to a little bit stronger of a boil before I plop the egg in. So we're gonna give it a few more minutes. Right now, this is what it looks like. So I'm just gonna give it another minute or two to see if it can be come to a higher boiling point, and then we'll plop the egg in and fingers crossed. Now, the one thing that I don't have that they use on MasterChef, and I don't know what it's called, but it's essentially like a little wired spoon basket, so you can like very easily get the poached egg out, and it's like a strainer almost. So I don't have one of those, so I'll be using this ladle instead, and hopefully it will be gentle enough to scoop the poached egg out of the water without bursting it. I'm becoming impatient. I want the water to boil because I'm excited to put the egg in there. I'm literally watching a pot boil and waiting for it to get to a higher boiling point. So I'm going to step away from the boiling water, and hopefully that will make it boil faster. Okay, it's time to drop the egg in the water. Fingers crossed. Let's see how this goes. Here is the water now before I'm about to put the egg in. So it's at a much higher boiling point. So this is what the water looks like before I put the egg in. The first thing I know that I have to use is a whisk. We have got to get a nice whirlpool going in the boiling water, and then you immediately plop the egg into the center, and the whirlpool helps to cook and poach the egg. So, here we go. Ooh, I don't think my whirlpool was fast enough. Not looking too hot. Not looking too hot. Whew. All right, I'm going to scoop it out. Actually, y'all, you're kidding. You are kidding. No freaking way. Look at this. That's pretty dang good. I'm gonna put it in a bowl gently. Y'all, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. Okay, I'll show you in a second. I am super stoked about how this first attempt went because it definitely looks poached, and the real test will be when I cut it open and if that yolk runs. So this is what it looks like poached. And like I said, the real test will be to see if when you cut it open, the yolk is nice and runny. All right, moment of truth. It's time to put this bad boy on top of my meal, slice it open, and see if the beautiful yolk is nice and runny. Here we go. Oh my goodness. I did it. It worked. It worked. It worked. I think Gordon Ramsay would be super proud and super impressed that this home cook, I wouldn't even really call myself a home cook just yet, was able to poach an egg on her first freaking try. Now, let's taste it. Well, I'm not gonna hold the knife like that. Let me put that down. Let's taste it. Get a little bit of everything with it. The texture is really good. It's really soft, and that, like, it's not moist, but it's like a really nice soft texture. Smooth is the word. Really good soft smooth texture that you get from a poached egg. I'm so freaking excited, so happy. The next time I attempt it, I think what I need to do is get the water to be a little bit faster in the whirlpool before I plop the egg in, because when I plopped the egg in, the whirlpool had already started to slow down, so the whole like egg white of the egg didn't seem to like collect all together. So like you can see here, there's like a piece of this egg white on its own. So I think that'll be my adjustment for next time, to see if more of the egg gets into that full whirlpool. But attempt number 1, I call it a success. Woohoo! I'm gonna give it another attempt this week to see if I can do even better my second time. And then after that, it's on to the next challenge. See you guys later. Welcome back to our kitchen.
Welcome back.
All right, today is day 2 of poaching an egg, and we have some adjustments. We already have our egg cracked and ready to go. So the adjustments that we're making today from yesterday. 1, I learned from Gordon Ramsay, watching him again, that you actually want the water to come to a soft boil and not like a super heavy boil like I thought we needed yesterday, because a softer boil helps to keep the egg more intact, whereas like a harder boil is going to cook it really, really fast. The next thing, and I should have known, this was part of the one that I questioned, is that we season our boiling water before we put the egg in. The third piece, which we won't be doing today because we don't have any, is you actually want to add like a splash of vinegar to the boiling water, because it helps to keep the egg whites intact with the whole egg, rather than getting a bunch of like the little wispies that we had yesterday. Everything else though, we did correct. So we salted the water, no vinegar, so let's do it.
Faster. Faster.
Ooh, that wasn't very fast at all. That's okay. We're gonna let it cook in there, and hopefully it'll be usable. I think I switched pots, thinking I might not need the same pot like as big. Probably still needed a bigger pot with like higher water. Actually, I probably just needed more water. I don't think I had enough, but it's still poaching in there, just not as much of the whirlpool. So well, you want it to cook for like 90 seconds to 2 minutes. So we'll be back. Okay, time to take it out. As you can see, so this part is egg white that's detached from the rest of the egg. So I'm pretty sure that that's what the vinegar helps with. So the next time we do this, I'll try it with vinegar. Oh, it's overcooked. It's definitely overcooked. This one's not gonna be as good.
The rest of your food looks good.
Thanks. Oh, well, whoops. All right. Still got some run, but it's definitely overcooked. You can see that. So that's okay. Second attempt, not as successful as the first. Next time, gonna add vinegar to the water and put more water in the pot, like fill that sucker up, because I think it helps with the whirlpool. My food challenge for myself, number 1, is complete. We'll see y'all next time for the next food challenge.